if you recognize yourself as having an anxious attachment style. Well, in this video, we're going to use some EFT tapping to help bring up and process through some of the common emotional experiences around that, right? That fear of abandonment, emotional volatility, that need for reassurance. And obviously, it's not like you just do this process, it's going to heal a complete attachment style. But the way EFT works, the way we're sending a calming signal to the body while tapping on these points, consciously bringing up some of these emotions, it can be a good tool to have in your toolbox. And this also may uncover some deeper experiences, some clues for you that you might then, work through with the practitioner or process through in the way that's appropriate for you. So let's start tapping here on the side of the hand and repeating after me. Let's say, even though it often feels like I am afraid they're going to leave, like I can't trust the relationship, that I need a lot of reassurance. And I may even judge myself at times for this feeling that arises. I am open to having some compassion for myself. So even though I may have identified that I have an anxious attachment style, I give myself permission to connect on an emotional level to what can actually help me heal this, and not just try to force changes in my behavior. And I give myself some grace for whatever this might bring up for me. And even though I do feel fear, I do feel insecurity, that this whole situation is very fragile, that behavior may come out of me, that I might even judge as needy, or it might consume me. I am open to having some compassion for myself, because this comes from childhood. This is not something I chose. And I am open to the possibility that this can be healed. And I'm willing to feel and explore in the way that feels safe for me what's driving these emotions and this behavior. Okay, let's go through the points now and say, I feel this often. This feeling like I'm going to be abandoned. This sense of insecurity that they might be pulling away. This sense that I need to make sure that this is safe, that this person still likes or accepts me. And I may even judge this at times. There is a lot of language in the culture that may judge this as needy, as a judgmental insecurity. But I am open to feeling the truth as it is for me. That I actually did experience things at a younger time in my life where it is perfectly understandable why my nervous system reacts this way. This fear of abandonment, this anxiety, this almost overwhelming need to text or communicate, to get a response or a validation. This is a natural response in my nervous system because it perceives a very real danger. This was formed at a time when being abandoned or not having my needs met actually was dangerous to me. So I'm open to looking at these feelings with more of the spirit of how I would look at a young child who feels terror, who is afraid that their caregivers are about to leave. Because this is a more accurate reflection of what I'm actually experiencing in my body, mind, and nervous system. Allowing myself to feel this fear, relaxing the judgment of it. It's an appropriate response for when it was created. And now I am allowing myself to feel these signals of safety being sent to my body. Not forcing it. It's okay if I actually don't feel all that safe right now. I'm letting the tapping do its job. And I'm letting myself feel that right here, right now, I'm in an older body than I was. The situation may not be the same. And I'm open to giving some support to those childlike emotions. Being open to giving them what they need. I do not need to judge myself as weak or needy. I do not need to judge if I find myself over-texting or being passive-aggressive or losing my sense of self. This is not because I'm broken or bad. These are fear responses within me. And I'm gently and consciously allowing myself to feel and process these fears. And it may very well be the case that some of these earlier experiences were really intense. I do not need to force myself to confront them or go deeper than feels safe. I am open to finding the right support for me to help me feel that I have the resources if there is something deeper and more painful here that needs that additional support. But I am not broken or defective. This fear, this volatility, this urgent need to communicate, this anxiety that I will be left or abandoned, it was formed for a reason. I am open to meeting it with compassion. I am open to not blaming myself every time these feelings or behaviors arise. But I can take the healthy form of responsibility, which is not about judging, but saying, okay, this comes from somewhere. And I can continue to provide awareness, a sense of compassion, processing and support to help resolve this fear. Open to relaxing any belief that because I've had this so long, or that it started so young, that it can't be healed. I'm open that this is possible to heal. I embrace that there is even evidence of this being healed. And I am opening myself to receiving that. Okay, let's take a breath. Let me know if this approach was useful for you. I'm going to link to a video not from my channel, but a really insightful video, a pretty longer lecture on the whole subject that I found really useful and inspired some of this, provided some of the context for me. So I hope this helps. I'd love to hear your comments. If there's things you want to get more specific, maybe lean into a particular topic that might fit into your particular attachment style, let me know in the comments. If you are interested in working with me, if you find that this might be a helpful approach in your toolbox, you may, depending on the situation, need like a professional licensed psychotherapist, for example. But tapping can be a very powerful tool. If you find this might resonate with you, there's some ways to reach out to me in the description below, and we can have a conversation, see if it's appropriate for what your particular situation is. And I hope this helps regardless, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much.